Hello friends, welcome back to Akida. In the previous video, we have seen the how to find the vertical stress by considering the dry soil mass and the saturated soil mass. In the present video, let us find the same by considering the rise in the water table due to the capillary action also. Now imagine that there is a soil layer 1 and also there is a soil layer 2, right? Okay. Now imagine that all this is made up of same soil. Okay. Now imagine that there is a water table somewhere lying here. Okay. Now because of the capillary action, imagine that the water is raised above the water table also. So where can I observe this condition? Did you imagine while walking on the beach, wherever there is a dry condition, if you observe that, you will feel difficulty for walking. But near the waves, where the near the waves will land at the shore, what you will feel wherever there is a wet condition, wet sand condition, there you can able to walk it. Did you ever observe that is why? Because the effective stress is increasing. That we'll discuss those type of problems. We will discuss in the coming lectures, but keep that in mind. Okay. Now imagine that there is a soil thickness 2 meter and here it is of 3 meter. Imagine that gamma saturation is obtained to be around 20 kilonewton per meter cube. And due to capillary action, imagine that the water level is raised up to the 1 meter above the water table condition. And imagine in the dry condition, it is having a weight of 17 kilonewton per meter cube. Imagine this is the layer A and this is the layer BB and this is the layer CC. Now, here my motive is to find what is the effective stress at the junction A, at the junction BB, at the junction CC, right? And also imagine that effective stress at a layer, imagine that DD. That means up to the level up to which the capillary action is obtained. Now, by simply I can say that here total effective stress is equal to 0. Now, coming to this layer, how can I find the effective stress? I have to imagine my hand here. So if I even keep my hand here, how much stress I will feel? What could be the total weight because of this soil condition? To 1 meter, if this total 2 meter, 1 meter is the capillary action. So whatever the remaining 1 meter. For up to 1 meter, our soil is under dry condition. After that, it is under all the voids are filled with the water. That means it is under saturated condition. That may be because of the capillary also, no problem. But whether all the voids are filled with the water, so that is under saturated condition. So how much weight I will feel there? Because of this dry condition, here I'll say total stress minus pore water pressure. So let me find out the total stress first. What is the total stress? 17 into 1 plus 17 into 1 plus because of this soil, the saturation is given as 20. 20 into 1. That will be equal to minus pore water pressure. That will be equal to 17 plus 20, 37 minus U. And imagine if I keep my piezometer here, up to where my water level will rise in this piezometer. What do you think? The water level will rise up to the layer DD? Yes or no? No. Why? Because always imagine the water level will rise in the piezometer up to where you are having the free water surface. Here the free water surface is there up to the B. So here there is no rise in the water level in the piezometer. So my pore water pressure is equal to 0. So what will be my effective stress along the layer? That is what nothing but 37 kilonewton per meter square. Then what about the effective stress along the layer CC? Again, if I keep my hand here, how much stress I will feel because of all things? So because of this dry condition, what is the total stress? 17 into 1. Because of this capillary layer, plus 20 into 1. Because of this BB to CC, plus 20 into 3. So this is what nothing but your total stress minus pore water pressure. Similarly, imagine if I keep my piezometer here, then how much level water level will rise here? So up to the free water surface. Where is the free water surface? It is around somewhere here. So what is the level from here to here? 3 meter. So what is the pore water pressure? So if I remove u, then how much I can write down here? If I consider 10 as the weight density of water into 3, isn't it? So how much I'll get it here? If you solve it, then so if you solve this, you will get a 67 kilonewton per meter square. So this is what your total effective stress along the layer CC. So as of now it is okay, but what about my effective stress along the layer DD? Again the same thing, what you will write it down? Total stress minus pore water pressure. So because of the capillary action, always imagine that you have to consider your pore water pressure as negative. So up to this layer, if I keep my hand here, how much weight I will feel? See the above. The soil is there in the dry condition only. So what about the total stress? 17 into 1 minus. What about the pore water pressure? How can I find it out then? So above the water table, up to how much level the capillary rise is there? Up to the 1 meter at this point. So what will be the pore water pressure? As it is a capillary action minus weight density, if you consider 10, at that point, what is the difference from free water surface to the capillary action? 1. So that will be equal to 17 minus of minus plus. So 10 into 1. So that is what nothing but your 27 kilonewton per meter square. So what about the effective stress? What will be the effective stress along the layer somewhere at a distance of 0.5 meter? Or what will be the effective stress from layer to A, the distance will be 1.5 meter. So how can I find out this? So similarly, at this layer, let us say the layer E. If I keep my hand at E, how much weight I will feel? Weight because of the dry condition, weight because of the capillary action. So what is the total value? Sigma dash along EE. That will be equal to, what is the total stress? 17 into 1 plus capillary action. Weight density is 20. What is the remaining value? 0.5 minus. What will be the pore water pressure? What is the difference between the what is the distance between the free water level surface to the point where you are finding? From here to here, what is the distance? From total it is 1.5. Total is 2. So what about the remaining distance? 0.5. So as it is a capillary action, minus 10 into 0.5. So if you solve this, 17 plus 10, 27, 27, minus of minus plus 5. So that will be is nothing but a 27 plus 5. That will be equal to 32 kilonewton per meter square. So similarly like this, wherever you need, just you have to remember only one thing, that is wherever there is a capillary action, you have to consider the negative pore water pressure. That's it. Otherwise, remember that wherever there is a capillary action, your effective stress will increases. That's it. Now, I am getting one question. Sir, while you are imagining that there is a piezometer, you are considering the water level up to the free water surface. Sir, is it always possible that my water level will rise up to the free water surface? My answer is no. Why? Because wherever there is a confined area, That means water will not move freely, even though it is having some pressure, right? So in that case, what will happen? The water has capability to rise up to some level, but because as there is a confinement, like there is a confinement due to the big rocks, so because of the situations, the water may not rise. So that areas is called confined areas. Those areas we will call it as a artesian pressure. That means imagine that there is some soil layer here. Above this condition, there is a rock. This is completely filled with the rock. As it is completely filled with the rock, what do you think? The water will rise above this point? No, as it is rock, that is the impermeable layer. But what is happening due to some condition, water will fill in this soil layer. As after it is obtaining some head, the water will try to move up. But what will happen because of this rock? The water will not seep through. That means as the water is not seeping, so here there will be some pressure will occur below the rock. That is what nothing but your artesian pressure, right? That means even though the water may not seep through, it is having some head. So if it is not, if it is having some head, if I keep the piezometer here, if you keep the piezometer here, then what do you think up to how much level the water level will rise? Because let us imagine that here the water is under 200 kilonewton per meter square pressure. Now what you have to find? You have to find out the head. How can I find out the head? Pressure will be equal to gamma into head. What is the pressure? 200 kilonewton per meter square. What is the weight density for water? Imagine it, consider it as a 10 into h. That will be equal to, if you solve this, how much you will get? 20 meters. That means because of the pressure, artesian pressure of 200 kilonewton per meter square, if I keep my piezometer here, then the water is having a capability to rise up to a head of 20 meters. Then why it is not moving up? Because as above that point, as it is an impermeable layer, the water may not seep through, but it will always maintain the same pressure. So this is what called the artesian conditions of confined areas. Wherever there is a confined areas, just you have to be careful. Either they will tell you the head available there, or else they will give you the pressure. So based on those, you can find out the thing. Okay, this is what about the problems on the vertical stress. In the next video, we'll start the new chapter. Thank you.